Welcome to week 1 of Learn Yoga with me, Nancy Rose, in 12 weeks. I'm going to bring you 3 poses a week in a short 15-minute yoga segment flow that you can follow along with at home. And then after each of these segments, I'm going to give you little takeaways for each pose that you can work on during the week. So my way of teaching and learning yoga and practicing yoga is not so much on the mat as it is off the mat. As soon as I wake up in the morning, my feet hit the floor, I do my first stretch. When I'm in a chair, I take advantage and I do a twist. When I'm in the car, I take breaks and I press my toes into the ground. When I'm in line, I stand strong, get my big toes pressing into the ground, get line of energy, hip points. I find myself into mountain pose. That's one of our poses today. Mountain pose, easy pose or seated pose, and fold. So I'm going to go over those 3 with you today, and then afterward there will be 3 segments. I'm going to get right to it. So wherever you are, we're going to start on the mat for this part of the class, for this part of the session. If you don't have a mat, you can use a rug, a comfy spot on the floor. I think any of those would be fine. Also, for a seated pose, you may be able to find yourself on the floor with a seat just like this. Even if your knees are up, this is still fine as long as you're not finding pain here. In this session, you may find it helpful to have some blocks where you could put them underneath of your legs for support. When you're reaching and playing in this pose, pause. Playing is never meant to be offensive or not serious or not taken as important as the most important work that you think that you do every day. It is just the energy that I would love for you to approach your yoga practice when it comes to you and your mind and your body, letting yourself play in this safe space for you and you. I feel like we gain more in our short and intentional yoga practices by being easy and loving and gentle and encouraging between our mind and our body. What I say on this side, what I suggest on this side is just that. It's a suggestion. Where you go and how far you can reach today and in this moment with your body is as perfect and as good as it needs to be for you for today, for right now. You never have to reach further to get more. This is not that sort of a journey. And when I started, I couldn't do as much as I can do today. A lot of times I find it more helpful to my viewer to do it a little bit more emphatically so that you can understand exactly what I'm doing in my body. But by no means do I envision you pressing and pulling and hurting yourself. My one thing I will always say, if you're finding pain, come back out. This is not one of those sorts of classes. This is where you find union and peace and trust and safety and sanctuary between you and you. So let's not get too into my space of that, because I will. Also, if you don't have blocks for this, you can use pillows, like couch pillows. Here and here, bed pillows, doesn't matter. Just wanted to give you that other idea while I'm thinking of it. So wherever you are in easy pose, come there. My favorite way to get into easy pose is just once you get yourself into the seat, whether your legs are propped or not, lean a little forward, let your bum lift, and then sit back down. And then lean a little back, sort of round the back out, and then lean back up. You want to get your sits bones as close to the floor or the mat as you can. That way you're not rolling around between fleshy parts of your body and the mat. You are anchored and you're stable, you're grounded. From here, as long as there's no pain behind the knees or ankles, start to settle into the seat. Begin to deepen the breath. I like to take nice, slow, deep inhales in through the nose. Imagine it filling up the belly a little like a balloon. Hold on to it if you can. Otherwise, whenever you're ready, begin exhaling out of the mouth, almost as slowly and gently as you pull it in. Begin to always think about making them even in these beginning and endings of classes. It sort of gives the body like a cue. It's like a button, like, oh, here we are, we're here. When we give ourselves these inner cues like the mudras or tappings, our body gets to learn this without going through the whole ceremony or the whole ritual or the whole class. It's like an easy button and I'm there, So let the breath deepen, inhaling in through the nose Feeling the body, holding on to it if you can. Blowing it away gently out of the mouth, emptying the belly. Finding yourself in this easy pose. This pose is really good for relaxing, for soothing the nervous system if you're just feeling a little bit too much going on. It brings balance to all of the chakras, beginning with the root. And the longer that you can find yourself in this space, breathing and relaxing, sort of scanning the body, the longer that you can find, the more benefit you can find from it. This is a recommended pose for meditation or the beginning of all of your yoga practice if you desire. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold on to it for as long as it feels good. And then exhale, blow it all the way away. From here, we're going to introduce a little bit of fold. Take your arms next to you on the mat. Walk them away. So just fingertips are here, almost like a triangle with the crown at the top. Inhale, start to bring the arms up, 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 up. And then from the hips, start to just reach forward into a fold. As you're doing that, you're going to feel like you're looking over the edge of like a mountain or a cliff. You're going to feel your bum lift behind you. That's okay and that's good. As long as there's no pain, hold back here. Let the face look down, relax the jaw, relax the eyes, keep the tongue from pressing on the top of the mouth. Be as strong and relaxed at the same time as you can here. Take another breath in. Bring the arms down to the ground as much as you can without pain. Again, maybe here would be good to have blocks if you want to bring the ground a little higher, or you just reach down with fingertips. Start to let the backbone and that rounding soften, let the back soften, and bring yourself into a little bit of a hurdle, a little bit of a rounded back. Round the chin into the chest. Relax the eyes if it feels good. Go as low and as comfortable as you can, folding at the elbows to get closer to the ground. Even if you just keep the hands here, stay in this little seated fold for a moment. Bring the head to between the hands, almost like goalposts. Take the hands, walk to the right, staying in that fold as deeply but as comfortably as you can without pain. Look back down between the hands. Surrender the head. Lift the head. Look between the goalposts. Walk back to center. Look back down. Lift the head and walk back to center. No, sorry. Walk to the left. My bad. Walk to the left. Looking at the goalpost and then surrendering the head. Inhaling. Walking back with the hands. You'll find that you may sink deeper into your seat. Just let it happen naturally and easily. It's kind of like butter melting into itself. It feels nice and delicious. Let it be delicious. If it's painful, come back out of it until it's feeling good. Let the head surrender once more. And then walk the hands back up. Let the hands walk your body back up. Inhale, exhale here. We're going to come straight up into standing to play a little bit of mountain pose. Take your time standing up. Sometimes doing that deep breathing, you may find a little bit of dizziness standing up, a little bit of blinking. Slowly come into standing. Press the toes, lift the toes into the mat. You want the feet parallel to each other. Big toes sort of meeting and lined up underneath hip points as much as you can in comfort in your body. If this feels more comfortable, give yourself that space. You don't want to do too squeezy because you want to have a little bit of strength between your legs. You don't want to be like a mermaid, you know. Give yourself a little space. And if you're not sure there's enough, go a little more. You'll know when you feel like you need to bring the legs back in together. You want to feel strong and stable. My favorite way of describing this, which isn't always understood by everybody, is we used to go to the ocean when we were little kids. And my dad would take us to the waves and the breaker waves when they're coming in and it's like, psh, psh, he would tell us, turn your backs to the waves and brace yourself. So we would give a little bend and prepare for this wave, you know? I always think about it as that bracing yourself stance, or sometimes I say the don't fuck with me, but it's early. So don't just brace yourself for right now. Pressing big toes into the mat, lift the toes, press the toes, lift the heels, press the heels. Again, I'm exaggerating so you get it. The edges of the feet, so all four corners, lift, spread, bend the knees, straighten the legs, lift the pelvis forward, relax it back. Sort of press the toes and see if you can feel the hips and thighs kind of open a little here. You'll feel the bum kind of tuck under. That's a nice natural movement that you want to allow in the body. Let that happen until it feels like you've gone too far or you're like topsy-turvy and leaning. You don't want to be leaning. You're just aligning and strengthening and awakening and activating all of the lines in the legs. Activating hip points. Relax the shoulders. Do a couple shoulder circles both ways. Round the spine, straighten the spine. Relax the arms next to the sides of the body. It may not feel natural when you begin doing this because a lot of times we stand like this, at least for me. A lot of women that I find opening the heart is not a natural thing for us. So my heels, just for the sake of sharing, are just slightly apart more than my big toe. It's almost a little reach there. Again, you find that space in your body. You'll get more and more comfortable with it as you practice. Inhale, exhale. Let your body relax in mountain pose. Let the fingers begin reaching down toward the ground. Relax the jaw. Relax the eyes. You can keep the eyes open and focus on something, or you can just relax them all together. Inhale and exhale. Feel the lines of strength in your body, but the lightness in your face and your jaw and your eyes. Your crown's open. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Here, let's introduce a fold again. Inhale, shoot the fingers down to the ground. And as you exhale, folding at this hip space, let that belly button sort of draw back and fold about halfway. Get that space where you're looking over the cliff again. You feel it in your toes like you're leaning. But if there's any pain behind the knees, back out or introduce a bend. So be here, looking over the edge of the cliff as much as you can without pain, but it feels like a little that hurts so good, but not actually hurt. You don't actually want the hurt. We don't need hurt. We don't really need hurt to accomplish anything that we want between our mind and body. Just saying. You don't need to hurt. Inhale once more. Drawing that belly back. Sometimes I like to press my toes and lift the heels. Fold, fold, fold. Again, down as much as you can without pain. Now, I can go all the way down, but sometimes it's another great time to have those blocks lined up, and you can land here. You can also have a chair, like a kitchen chair or a folding chair right here, to sort of catch that top body and let your belly and upper body get that whole fold. You want to let the crown sort of reach toward the ground as much as you can. Sink toward the ground. Keep your feet planted on the ground. I realized my heels were floating there. Again, I think I was going for emphasis. Go into that fold as much as feels good, but before there's no pain here. If there's any pain, back out. If there's no pain, let yourself keep going. If there's a bend in the knees, it's cool. It's good. Let that bend be there. With your hands, you want to reach them either down to your prop or all the way down to the ground. You can reach them onto the heels or fronts of the shins, rather. Lining them up with the toes if that feels good. You can hug the backs of the legs. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Breathe in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Pressing into the big toes a lot. No matter where you are, pressing into the big toes a lot. Feeling that bum splay like I wanted to say ham, but I don't know how you feel about it. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Breathe and be in your fold as deeply as you are. And then we're going to take another breath in. Bend the knees a lot. Stand, stand, stand. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Arms, sweep, sweep, sweep. Look with the eyes. Bring the arms up and bring the hands down at prayer. Down at prayer. Exhale. Mountain pose and fold. We're going to take a brief rest pose at the end of every class. But in this session, we're going to end with our rest in seated pose again because that's where we started. And I think it'll just be good for this class. Take a breath here. Lean forward in your seat. Lean left, lean right. Lean forward again, lean back. Get your bum real close. Relax the hands open on the lap. Relax your jaw. Do a couple of shoulder circles, open and close the heart, like cat-cow your back, you know? Flexing in, leaning back. Look with the head left and right. Look up and down, bringing chin to chest, but careful not to drop your head. Relax, relax, relax. Inhale and exhale, relax. Relax, relax. Relax the seat. Relax the feet. Relax the thighs. Relax the hips. Relax the belly. Relax the spine. Relax your heart. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your elbows. Relax your fingers, your hands. Relax your face, your neck, your jaw. Relax behind your ears. Relax your skull. Relax your eyebrow. Relax your crown. Relax the whole body all the way down. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in the nose. Fill the belly, hold on to it for a moment, and then exhale, blow it all away. Inhale, bring the hands to heart. Let the head sort of bow and exhale through the mouth. Relax in your breath and think or say aloud. Thank you, body, for moving with me, for being with me, for supporting with me. I love you. Place your hands on your heart and just breathe. Feel that appreciation for yourself for just a moment more. Blink your eyes open and connect with your room. Thank you for spending time with me and sharing space with me and allowing me to guide you through this practice. Until next time, peace.